Welcome to day 3 and the third gift of Christmas. Marilena and I always talk about being in your heart, living a heart-centered life, meeting life from a place of heart connection. When we are in our heart, we flow with life and life flows with us. Somehow, things tend to work out for our benefit and we feel a sense of inner peace. In living the HeartQ lifestyle, I'm very intentional about being in my heart. However, I've also realized and accepted that I'm a human being and I'm swimming against the current of decades of conditioning. Meaning, any positive habit that I want to implement will hit against its opposite, which is much stronger because it has been in my life for decades. But if I was to give up every time I failed in something, I would never get anywhere. I would always stay the same. So living a heart-centered life is not about being in your heart all the time. It's about always coming back into your heart when you realize you've left. This is one of our most powerful human traits, our resilience, not giving up, always rising again and again. In the HeartQ lifestyle, we distinguish between resilience, basically getting up when we fall and never giving up, and heart resilience. Heart resilience refers to the way we rise up again, the quality of persevering. It's easy to judge and criticize ourselves when we fail at something. We have become the masters of beating ourselves up, sometimes over the smallest things. Has it ever happened to you? Let's say you're at a friend's house having dinner and you spill, a glass of wine by mistake all over the white tablecloth. And immediately you start feeling guilty about it. You may even silently tell yourself, oh, so stupid. I always do this. You judge and verbally punish yourself. When this happens, you basically leave your heart and you go into your mind and you do all the things you've been conditioned to do because others have done it to you or because you've simply done it so many times in your life. And I'll tell you what, if judging yourself would have worked, it would have worked by now. But the truth is that it doesn't. So heart resilience means coming back into your heart, but with self-compassion, speaking kind words to yourself. If you judge yourself sometimes, or many times, don't feel bad about it. Don't judge yourself for judging yourself. We tend to do this because we've been taught to see the world through the lens of good or bad, right or wrong. Good or right is rewarded, bad or wrong is punished. Wasn't this your experience growing up as a child? Haven't you been punished every time you did something bad or wrong? Well, it's definitely been my experience, and I guarantee you, it's been the experience of billions of people. So, now that you are aware and conscious that you've learned to see the world through this lens of good or bad, right versus wrong, and you know that this leads to self-judgment, why not change the lens? So I invite you to try on a new lens, to experience a new paradigm. I invite you to stop seeing the world through the lens of good versus bad, right versus wrong, and instead view it through the lens of empowering versus disempowering, inspiring versus uninspiring. So, next time you spill a glass of wine or you fail at something or whatever you do where you tend to judge yourself, pay attention to what you say to yourself. Is it empowering or disempowering? Is it inspiring or uninspiring? Ask yourself, what empowering or inspiring words can I say to myself right now? What empowering or inspiring action can I take right now? This is how you come back into your heart and practice heart resilience. The disempowerment comes from the unconscious mind. The inspiration and empowerment comes from our heart. So let's go into our heart and have a short process. Before you play this meditation, bring into your awareness a situation where you tend to be hard on yourself. From your heart, what would you say to yourself? What's empowering and inspiring? What advice would you give to yourself? Let's do the meditation now. To begin this meditation, find a comfortable position, either sitting in a chair or on a cushion on the floor. Sit relaxed but upright with your shoulders back. Bring your attention to your breathing. Notice your breath flowing in and out of your body. Feel the rise and fall of your chest and belly as you breathe. No need to change your breathing in any way. Observe it as it is at this moment. Now, from this place of presence, I invite you to bring to mind a recent time where you were critical or judgmental to yourself. Maybe because you made a mistake, said something you should not have to someone, or messed up in some way or another. Bring this difficult situation to mind now and recall this moment as vividly as you can. Remember where you were, who you were with, if anyone, and what you were doing. See if you can put yourself back into this very moment, as if you could travel back in time. From here, I'd like you to notice what your mind says to you in this situation about you. If the words that you are hearing are critical or judgmental, your inner critic is here. What is your inner critic saying exactly? And how is it speaking to you? What is its tone of voice? Allow your inner critic to talk to you how it typically would. Notice how you are feeling right now. Notice what you want to do in response to this situation. Maybe you want to leave. Maybe you want to run and hide. Maybe you feel like giving up. Okay, now I'd like you to imagine a different scenario. Imagine that I have a magic wand, and with one swoop, I can replace your inner critic with an inner coach. This inner coach speaks only words of encouragement and support. It is empowering and inspiring. It says things like, "It's okay, I've got this. Mistakes happen. They're part of life. I can handle this setback. I can handle anything." Imagine this now. You are in the same difficult situation as before, but it is your inner coach that has shown up instead of your inner critic. What could your inner coach say to you right now to encourage and support you? What empowering and inspiring words is it telling you? If you have trouble coming up with something here, you might like to think of what you would say to a friend or a loved one who would find him or herself in the same difficult situation. What empowering and encouraging, inspiring words does your inner coach say? Now notice how you are feeling right now. Notice what you want to do in response to this situation. Okay, let's leave this visualization now and return to the breath. Become aware again of your breath flowing in and out of your body. Become aware of your body sitting here in this space, in this room. Become aware of my voice and any other sounds around you. When you are ready, I invite you to open your eyes. Going forward, I encourage you to invite your inner coach to tell you words of encouragement, words that empower and inspire you. And if you have challenge doing so, I invite you to do this meditation as often as you need.